Today I'm building a hydrophonic microphone named Gladys. This is based on Jules Ryckebusch Design. I have a link in the description. Please follow that. It's a pleasure to have met him at AES Europe in Copenhagen, where he took the basis of Gladys, the microphone configuration, but built an 8-channel immersive microphone array that was presented in an immersive Atmos room. So now I'm going to go through the process of building this, testing this. Each set is about $65. So let's see what we get here as we open it up. So what we see is we have the molding, this white molding here, where we're going to place the capsule with the electronics and then fill this up to seal it. And we have a piece of copper wire. We have the piezo contact mic here, and we have the cap that's going to go over here on either side, and the wires that we're going to solder onto this, and we have the circuit. This we're going to solder the microphone and the microphone cable to. So let's take a look. We have our cylinder here. We need to solder. Put a piece of solder on the outside. On the inside. So let's see if we can get this to prep this. We're going to put it quick. Okay. Okay, so now we have soldered the inside and the outside of this piezo. Next we are going to take the wire and tin it. And it looks like it's almost pre-cut, and attach it to this piezo. And we need these pieces later to glue on. Let me see what we have here. The red on the outside and the green on the inside. So we'll do the same. I'm just gonna tin this wire real quick. Do the green one. It's nice. I don't know if you see this, but when you put this packet together, he did pre-splice the wire. That's nice. Okay, same thing here. Put a little solder on each side. Our next step is going to be to glue this to the bottom and allow it to dry. Let's take some of this adhesive, the glue, and we're going to attach the cylinder to the bottom here. I'm gonna let that dry. Alright, I'm gonna prep the cable while the glue is drying. I'm gonna give it some time to dry. I have this red cable. I want to get this off. You can use a cable stripper, or you can also use razor. This is what the cable looks like on the inside. Take this exposed wire and just twist it. Make sure you get all those strands in there. This will be the ground, and keep twisting it. And then we are going to strip these two and then prep the wire. So what we'll do is take and then you can take the tips and twist them a little bit like that, and then prep the wires. Yep. Our next step is here, is so we can also prep this XLR. Okay. Let's prep the connector. We're going to put the second top cap on here. You see on the, we have a slit here. We're going to try to get this in here with the green wire, and then put the glue on top of this and make sure it's sealed. So let me get some glue on the bottom of this first. And then let's put this on here. Let's see if it can get a nice seal on this and let it dry. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry now. And then once it's dry, we are gonna go to part 3, I guess, which is attaching the board to this. I'm gonna try to attach now the cables, and as you can see here, the green is gonna go into the ground, and I'm gonna try to make that happen here. Next, we are going to line up the cables here, blue, clear, and ground, according to the circuit board. So you see here, we have XLR3, XLR2, and XLR1 in order. That corresponds to this. We do make sure that we do this right. So lining these up were hard to get this to connect. I kind of had to head I had to hold on to this. I have something to lift it up. But I think that's okay for now. Our next step is actually to test this microphone now to see if it works at all. Before, and the instructions are before we even go into encasing this then we need to test to make sure that we actually have any kind of connection. So that's my next step. So next we need to actually attach this wire to the ground. So I'm going to do that now. We made a loop out of this wire that came in the kit actually. Let's see something. And put some solder on there so it connects. I can see. Okay. So now I've attached this copper wire to ground, and I'll test the mic. So for the next part, we are going to take part A and part B and mix them together into the mold. We're going to put our microphone in there and try to seal it. And then we're going to mix them in this cup to try to get this correct. I've sort of measured out roughly where it's going to be at. Here I've taken a little piece of paper to protect the cable. 2 even parts. I'm going to mix these and time it to no more than 2 minutes until it becomes clear and thinner. So I poured the mold in now, and I'm going to let this dry, and I'm hoping that it's not touching anything on the side. This is going to sit in there for about an hour. So after about a couple of minutes, you'll see that the mix is starting to change color, solidify. There are some bubbles in there. I don't know if that's a concern or not yet, but it's basically turned white right now. This is a little leftover in there. It's also completely white. I'm gonna let this sit for another, probably an hour. So I'm gonna take the first mold out. And just kind of snip off. There's a cut here that makes it easy. And it's been standing for about 2 hours. Okay, so the only concern is I can see a little bit of the green wire here. I don't know if that's going to be something that's causing an issue. Maybe I have to clean this up a little bit inside. But this is it.